Nigerian Navy and Merchant Navy are two distinct organizations with different functions and responsibilities. The Nigerian Navy is a branch of the Nigerian Armed Forces responsible for the defense of the country's territorial waters, while the Merchant Navy is a civilian organization that is responsible for shipping and maritime trade. The Nigerian Navy is primarily charged with maintaining maritime security, enforcing maritime laws, and protecting the country's territorial waters. Its primary function is to defend Nigeria's interests, including the protection of the country's offshore oil installations, as well as ensuring the safety of the country's waterways for shipping, fishing, and other maritime activities. On the other hand, the Merchant Navy is responsible for transporting goods and people by sea, as well as providing support services to offshore oil and gas installations. It is a civilian organization that is made up of merchant ships and their crews, who are responsible for operating and maintaining the ships and ensuring that they comply with international maritime laws and regulations. In terms of which is the best, it is difficult to make a direct comparison between the Nigerian Navy and the Merchant Navy, as they have different functions and responsibilities. Both organizations play important roles in Nigeria's maritime industry, and their effectiveness depends on their ability to carry out their respective duties. However, it is worth noting that the Nigerian Navy has a more critical role in the country's national security and defense, and as such, it receives more funding and resources from the government. The Merchant Navy, on the other hand, is a private organization that relies on the profitability of the maritime industry to sustain itself. In conclusion, the Nigerian Navy and Merchant Navy are two distinct organizations with different functions and responsibilities. While both are important to Nigeria's maritime industry, the Nigerian Navy is primarily responsible for the country's national security and defense, while the Merchant Navy is responsible for maritime trade and shipping.